This experience this week has been absolutely amazing. It's been such an interesting 3 days working with the puppeteers and Peter the puppet, and it has most definitely influenced how we approach our instruments. There's no question about that, because we've become much more aware of how our bodies work in relation to our instrument. We're so used to just picking up the bow and putting our left hands down and just not thinking about it, but actually seeing how the puppeteers operate. It's very deliberate, but done in such a way that you don't realise that's what they're doing. You're looking at Peter as almost as a human, I guess, in my experience anyway. So I've been much more aware of my body, I think, certainly, and doing things away from the instrument as well, how we've had to become puppets ourselves, become puppeteers ourselves. It has definitely influenced how we think about our bodies, and definitely in the way that we translate that into our instrument.
One of the things we've been exploring in the last 3 days is this question of what is seen and not seen, which I think is really relevant to this collaboration between music and puppetry, because you look at musicians, but you're there to listen to the music, and so the specific purpose of the puppetry is to be seen, and the specific purpose of the music is to be heard. And to some extent, I suppose the musicians and the puppeteers both want to be invisible in a way. But of course, you know, they are who you've come to see, because the instruments don't play themselves and the puppets don't play themselves. So that paradox is really what we've been looking at.
We're so used to playing, certainly the Schoenberg, for example, we interpret it in the way that we're used to hearing it, but actually having a puppet, I was going to say a creature, but he's a puppet, he's a person, walking around, coming quite close, seeing the movements that he's creating. I know he's responding to us, but you cannot help but respond to him as well. So it's definitely an immersive experience, I think, both puppeteer and musician.
I find it incredibly easy to appreciate when you're up close in the rehearsal room. It's extraordinary. And in fact, just now, watching John play the pizzicato on the violin at the end of one of the Philip Glass pieces, I hadn't sort of looked at it before, and I was like, wow. So my hope is that what I'm learning, we're able to illuminate for the audience so that they can see it as well. And I guess I'm a seeing person, so bringing that seeing thing to music, and then musicians bringing their ears to puppetry, that's an amazing meeting potentially. And I think, you know, when it's right, it means you're getting the best ears with the best eyes.
In terms of the audience, having that visual element combined with the music, and we're trying not to just be musicians in this, we're trying to play not just in the sort of, you know, the regular format of a semicircle like you would in an orchestra, but actually to be dotted around and to be moving around and to be playing up stage. You know, that in itself is an exciting visual element.
I hope that what we put in front of an audience is as good as the best moments that I see in rehearsal, which are really amazing. And there's been moments in the last 3 days which I had no idea were possible. If we can capture those and share them, then I'll be happy.